If you're someone like me who has been around trains my whole life, this is going to be exciting for you. We are visiting the Michigan Railroad History Museum, but there's also a nonprofit associated with it. And here with me now is the executive director, Mary. How you doing?
Really good. Thank you for coming out today.
Yeah, thank you. Well, tell us about the nonprofit that's associated with the museum here.
This is Durand Union Station Incorporated. That is the nonprofit that manages the day-to-day operations of Durand Union Station and the Michigan Railroad History Museum. It was originally the corporate offices for Grand Trunk Western Railroad. Canadian National purchased Grand Trunk. Operations moved to Canada, so this particular building was not useful. And the intent was to tear it down. But we had some wonderful community partners that said, nope, can't do that, and did a lot of fundraising and started the restoration process, which lasted about 15 years.
Why do you think all of those partners said, no, don't get rid of this piece of history right here in Durand?
Because of where Durand is located, so from the east-west rails and the north-south rails, we're literally in the middle of Michigan when it comes to railroading. Okay. And the building itself is massive. I mean, when you drive by, everybody says, what's that? You know, what is that? And then they come and explore.
What about its beauty draws people in?
I mean, honestly, a lot of little kids look at it and they see a castle, which the turrets in the front of the building, it's obvious, it does look like a castle. The size of it compared to everything else in Durand, I think, is part of the draw for people wanting to visit. We're known all over the United States for rail fan watching. So we get a lot of people that come through and just want to sit here and see the trains go by.
All right, well, kind of tell us a little bit about what went on with the restoration process. You said it took about 15 years. What were the new upgrades?
If you can imagine, when Grand Trunk said building's going to be torn down, they actually did a call out to the community and said, we're tearing it down. If you want to take souvenirs, come on in. And people did. The neat part about that particular story is when the nonprofit received the permission to restore the building, all of those community members brought all of that stuff back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The metal grating on the Amtrak cage, the marble on the walls, you know, ceiling fixtures, and just all kinds of things just kind of flooded back in, and so that we could restore it back to its original state.
What does it mean to you guys that the community were so helpful in this process?
A quarter of the families that lived in Durand, they worked, and you know, their income came from the railroad. So it was an extremely important part of just the community of the town.
Well, there's still so much to see here. There's the museum. You want to go check it out?
Yes, definitely.
All right.